throughout Texas obtain parole and fight parole revocations. We protect those who have fallen short of perfection from the wrath of those who believe they have attained it. For more information about Gary Cohen and his associates, Alan Bennett and Gene Anthis, you can find it at the website, parolelaw.com. You may also contact them at 512-476-6201.
Listeners should be aware that the following program contains language and audio images which may be found disturbing and may not be suitable for your snotty-nosed little brat who probably cusses like a sailor behind your back anyway. Parental discretion is advised.
Daddy, I'm coming to see you at visiting hours next week. Mama ain't been doing too well, I'll tell you more when we speak. And Billy's loving high school. He's out there blocking for JV. I'm sure he's gonna come around by the time you give a least. It's Friday night, the inmates go quiet. Listen for a voice they know.
It's time to holler down the pipe chase and rattle them bars, because we're going to do a prison show for you right here at beautiful old, historic old, exciting new KPFT Houston, from the heart of Montrose, where we all hope tomorrow will be a better day.
Dreams, I can see your freedom, I will hold you once more. To the man with no visitors, no money on the books. Remember, David's always gonna be here. You're never so alone. This ain't my love. It's Friday night, the inmates go quiet. Listen for a voice they know. It's prison radio. Prison radio.
And welcome to the Prison Show. Tonight is Friday, January the 24th. And man, has it been a cold week, right? Yes, it has. I know Linda and I suffered through several days at home because I couldn't get to work. And everyone who knows me knows I don't handle that very well. And I did not handle it very well at all. But anyway, I know that everyone incarcerated, especially down here in Texas. I'm supposed to talk into the mic. Especially down here in Texas, everyone was cold. So we hope everyone had an okay week. And I know one person out there listening right now is White Wolf. I think that's his name, right? Okay, White Wolf. I know you're listening, and I know that you're happy. Last time you called in, we spoke about Leonard, and I know that you are so, so happy right now. So great big hugs to you, and of course to Leonard also. Everyone's very happy that he's coming home and that he was granted a pardon. So amen to that, right? So tonight, we're still advertising, by the way, for a camera person. In case you want to take on that job, it's every Friday night from 9 to 11. Of course, we do meet a little early to look at anything that David wants to bring attention to. But just know that we still have that opening, and we do. Last I spoke to someone about an hour and a half ago, our show from last Friday still had not been updated or uploaded to the tablets, but we know that's coming soon. And, of course, Memorial Unit has been without tablets for, I think, I was told about almost a week. and now Adovo won't show up for them. But hopefully that'll get straightened out real soon.
Adobo won't show up for who?
The memorial unit had Wi-Fi issues.
Oh.
So, and they've been out all week. And it just came up today, but Adovo won't come up. So.
Well, did everybody let Securus know, or?
Oh, they've been, yeah. Everyone's letting everyone.
50 grievances in each dorm. That'll get them.
Yeah, and that'll get them, hopefully, because of the Wi-Fi issue. Keeping our fingers crossed that was the issue. And I know, like I was saying, I don't know if you heard me, David, that our show from last Friday hasn't shown up on the tablet, but I know that they've been running about a week behind as of late. And I do know that we're still working on getting that movie about John Henry Ramirez uploaded.
So I've been working on that because they're afraid that TDCJ is going to think that it's not educational, that it's just entertaining. And so I put together a little thing. It's like a little lesson for reflections and contemplation. And so that way the guys can watch it, and they can go back and they can read it, and it could be a good thing. And I went over it with Carrie, and she agreed that it made a lot of sense to do it that way. And that way the guys can watch it and ignore it, or they can actually use it and reflect on it. Because there was a lot of things that John Ramirez went through, redemption and forgiveness, and he really contemplated his life, and he was a very changed man by the time the state murdered him. So.
Absolutely. Yes, he was. And it even gives the victim's family a perspective, because it shows the son. So, anyway, we look forward to hearing great response from everyone after they watch the movie. We can't wait for you to be able to watch it. Hopefully it won't be that long. So, tonight, David has lined up a fantastic show for us.
Terry's not going to be on. She called.
Oh, okay.
She's on an airplane.
She's on an airplane. Well, we did have Dr. Terri LeClercq, but she will, of course, be on at a later date, and we always look forward to her information on prison grievances. Mo Cortez, the Houston Policy and Research Organizer with TAJ, which is Texas Advocates for Justice. Monika Shepard, she is the prison show admin volunteer at Lioness, Justice Impacted Women's Alliance, Region 2. So she is calling in also. And, of course, we have Abe Bonowitz and Reverend Dr. Jeff Hood. Both of them will be on later in the show. So right now we are going to head on over to Mo Cortez on line 1. Hi, Mo.
Thanks for having me tonight.
Thank you for being on. So what do you have for us this evening?
Yes, I'm Mo Cortez. I'm a policy and research organizer from Grassroots Leadership, Texas Advocates for Justice, and we have a few things to share with you today. But the primary one that's coming up in February is going to be on Friday, February 21st, from 8 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. at the Austin Capitol. Is going to be the Our Texas, Our Power Advocacy Day. It's with Grassroots Leadership and about a little more than over a dozen other organizations, joining together for a day of action and learning and solidarity, as they're bringing all of our communities together to show the collective strength of Texas people power. So we're basically inviting people to come out for that, and we're doing a lot of learning, like cross-issue learning, legislative visits to different legislators, and collective responses to Governor Abbott's State of the State address and things like that. And that's what we have going on for Advocacy Day. And also, I guess we'll go ahead and share that our policy platform that we have is to end Operation Lone Star, so kind of bills that that try to advance it. So basically, killing bad bills because these bills are racist and xenophobic, but they also impact citizens too, right? And residents and immigrants as well. All of these impact us. And then I guess what's next on the policy platform is the abolish slavery bill. So basically, into the exception in the 13th Amendment, it says no one is going to be subject to slavery or involuntary servitude unless convicted of a crime. So basically, kind of cutting that out, right? And the last thing on the policy platform that we're going to be kind of focusing on too is finish basically to shut down the 5 youth prisons across Texas because as different reps have said, like what I've noticed, like Representative Wu and Representative Tellerico have said, is that like incarcerating kids doesn't work. It hasn't worked for over 100 years, and we're wasting money and we're hurting kids. And if it's hurting kids, if it's something that hurts kids, it also hurts adults too. As a lot of us know. So, and that's what I have statewide for y'all. Do y'all have any questions for me or anything?
Absolutely. What's the date that you set on for the Advocacy Day?
That's going to be Friday, February 21st at the Texas State Capitol, so in Austin, Texas. So that's going to be from 8 a.m. to 4:30 p.m.
Okay, and people are meeting on the steps, or is there a central location where people are meeting?
Let me take a look at the run of show. I'm not quite certain, but they can definitely reach out to me for more information. I'll go ahead and put out my email out there. It's for Mo, and then Cortez at grassrootsleadership.org. And if y'all ever want to send mail to us at Taj, can I share the P.O. box with y'all?
Absolutely, please.
All right. Grassroots Leadership, P.O. Box 88235, Houston, Texas 77288. Yeah.
Okay, so on that day, on the 21st, you said it was an advocacy day. So it's many organizations coming together?
Exactly, yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay, can you name a few of them?
Yeah, certainly, for sure. You can go to our website, grassrootsleadership.org, and click on events, but I'll go to share some of the names I can see on the flyer here. I got a blurry copy of one of it.
Okay.
It's also the Texas Civil Rights Project. Let's see, Texas Immigration Law Council, Organized Texas, ILRC, that's the Immigrant Legal Resource Center, Woody Juntos, Texas After Violence Project, Workers Defense Action Fund, Lioness, SA Stands, Houston Lead, and there's others, but I can't read it because the text is too small for me to see that. Sorry about that, but we invite people to come up to that. Mm-hmm.
So all of these organizations are meeting together to hit the steps and go speak with the legislators concerning issues for incarcerated people?
Yes, ma'am. So incarcerated people in the criminal justice system and also in the immigration system. Yes, ma'am. And one thing before I forget, locally, we're asking people to come out to Commissioner's Court on February the 6th, Thursday, February the 6th at 10 a.m. at 1001 Preston to testify against, sorry, I have to take a deep breath, y'all, that they basically want to push a new jail. It's approximately from $2 to $7 billion. They want to build a new jail here in Houston, and we want to push back and say no new jail. It's community, not cages. The collective that's leading it, and I'm a part of that one. I'm representing myself and my organization, but I'm going that day, that Thursday, to testify to say, we need care, not cages, because what they're doing is not working, and And yeah, yeah.
Absolutely. So it's Care Not Cages, correct? Is that the name
Oh
of
no, sorry. The collective is called Communities Not Cages, and it's composed of different organizations and individuals. Yeah.
Okay. So different organizations comprise the Communities Not Cages. And,
Yes, ma'am.
And what's the date of that Commissioner's Court? February the 6th?
February the 6th meeting at 10 a.m.
10 a.m. And can you give me that address again?
1001 Preston, if I remember correctly. Hold on. Yes, that is it.
Okay.
It's going to be on the first floor of Commissioners. Well, I guess that's the county administration building, but it's on the first floor.
Okay, and they will be open to, the Commissioner's Court will be open to hearing different opinions about the new jail?
It's a vast umbrella thing. It's about the jail, but they're going to focus on that. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so you will be able to speak during public comments?
Yeah, but you have to make sure to sign up ahead of time. Yes.
Right, and yeah, we're aware of those sign-up sheets before, because TDC makes us do those. All right, so if you show up, you can speak out against, sign up, then you can speak out against a new jail going in Harris County or in Houston.
Well, it's both. Yeah, the Harris County at Harris County level. Yes, ma'am.
Right, but are they planning to build it within Houston or?
Yes, ma'am, in Houston. And I asked this question to my my stepson, my 8-year-old stepson, like, hey, if like the mayor of Houston or the county judge came to you and said, I have $7 billion, would you rather have basically counselors, play counselors and like tutors and people that can help you, your parents find resources, or would you rather have spend that money on a giant jail? And he said, help people. That's what he said, 8 years old,
Well, of course, help people should be it should be the answer for everyone, but clearly politicians don't hear that. So is there anything else, Mo, that you would like to address before we sign off?
Well, I haven't even talked about any of the executive orders. No, that's another day. Yeah.
Well, do you have an executive order you would like to discuss?
Well, so I'm an intersex and trans advocate. So just like what the executive order on gender is, like basically like creating a class of invisible people, like trans people. They're saying that trans people don't exist, non-binary people don't exist, and intersex people don't exist, and that is very it's very disheartening because like if it's bad, as a citizen, right? Intersex immigrants can't even claim asylum, and even before Trump, right? And now with Trump, no one can claim asylum, But yeah, it's a little bit, it's close to home with me, yeah.
Well, I do know that one of the orders, or what they were talking about on the news, is that they want to, if you're a female, if you were born female, then if you're in prison, you should remain in a female prison. If you're male, born male, you should remain in a male prison. Obviously, if you're in prison.
Yeah.
And I believe part of that language is to stop providing the hormone therapy also.
Wow. And I've seen that for the kids, too, here in Texas, juvenile, TJJD. I've seen that, too. I don't know who wrote it, but yeah, they're coming after the whole young and the old. Yeah.
Yeah. It's sure. There's some changes coming, and we all know when the federal government adjusts something like that, typically the states adopt the same language. So.
Yeah, absolutely. Working comp, absolutely.
Right.
Definitely do.
Yeah. Well, Mo, I'm glad that you were able to be on tonight, and we look forward to having you on again. Maybe next time you can come in person. That was awesome when you were here last time.
And can I bring my violin and play that song for y'all too?
Of course. Yeah.
Heck
Awesome.
yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome. I'll jam out with y'all.
Absolutely. We love live music.
Yeah, awesome. All right, thanks again. I appreciate y'all.
Thank you. Have a great weekend.
Y'all too. All right, bye.
Bye-bye. All right. Now we have, so it's Monika Shepherd. Hi, Monika.
Thank you so much for having me on the show, guys.
And thank you for being here.
You know who Monika is, Dani?
I do not.
So Monika helped us way back whenever Hank was here, and we were trying to expand the show. And she volunteered to send out mass letters, and we were trying to pick up other Pacifica stations and other Pacifica affiliates that would pick up the show, because they have an app. Pacifica has an app where we have to break down our show into 2 parts, and then other stations can pick it up. And they can use either half of it or they can use all of it. And we were talking about having other stations pick up our first hour, and then they could do the second hour. And that way, if they were close to the ladies, Mike just cut out on me.
Yeah, it did.
If they were close to the ladies' prison, then they would get all the ladies' shout-outs. And if they were up around All Red Unit or someplace up north, then they could do those shout-outs up there, and that would have solved the issue. But then all of a sudden the tablets came out. And how'd you bring it up? You just said, hey, what about hear it?
Yeah. So, my profession is the technical field, and I was working at a company where I was able to network, and I had access to people I was working with to basically network and find the correct people to get David in contact with. So it's just the networking aspect of it, just getting you in contact with the right people to actually help you get live on these tablets.
Which is incredible. I do know who you are now, because David is.
And it took us 4 years.
Yeah.
Just following up with everybody and basically harassing everybody. I mean, we just kept sending email after email after email. And I kind of lost track with Monika. I kept doing it myself. Mm-hmm. And then finally, one day, whenever Gary Cohen joined the crew, I started CCing Gary every time I would email Brian Collier or Jason Clark or whoever. I just CC'd Gary Cohen. I didn't even ask him. I just automatically did it. And those kind of names I figured would make an impact. But what really made the impact was Jason Clark listened. And Jason Clark went and tested my theory and said, you're right. So, but the buck doesn't stop there. So now Monika's helping us. Tell us what you're doing now, Monika.
Yes, so now I am introducing myself as the prison show's new admin. I have been diligently working at spreading the show internationally. I have been networking in Alabama, Arizona, Arkansas, and California. So I'm really excited, and I'm happy to report that we are now a part of family groups and wife groups in all of those states. They are being very accepting to us. A lot of excitement is flooding in the comments. I'm very overwhelmed with the positivity and the hope that I can see through all the families, and then, of course, our incarcerated loved ones. That's why I do this, is so that we can have these connections that are so meaningful for us. And if I can just help one family, then I've done my job. So thank you, David, for calling on me to step up to the plate for this task. I'm really enjoying it.
Yeah, that thing there. we really needed the help because, I mean, we all got full-time jobs. So it's hard for us to do everything, and there's no way to just sit there. I don't know why this mic keeps cutting out. I'm not even touching it. But anyway, yeah, we all got full-time jobs, so if we just sit there and tried to monitor the internet every day, all day, I mean, that's just too much. And it was really nice tonight whenever I made the advertisement for the show, and I went to the group section, and I just checked off the little boxes, and out they went. It was kind of, yeah, it was really nice, and we really appreciate you. But that's not all you do, though, right? I mean, that's great that you're doing that for the prison show, but you wear a few hats. And there's one hat that I needed to take off the advertising, but we'll do that next time.
Well, that's just fine. Yeah, thank you. I do a lot. So a little bit about me and my background. I've been impacted by the justice system just about my entire life. My family has been in and out of prison. And then, of course, my fiance is currently incarcerated on a wrongful conviction. So I diligently advocate for him. His name's Matthew Dorsey. Hey, Matt, I'm sure plenty of you people listening in Texas know who he is. He's been incarcerated for 19 years in TDCJ. So if you see him, say hey. I also am Texas Prisons Alliance Region 2 Family Facilitator. So what I do is we offer what we call LFAs. And that is basically any incarcerated individual, man or woman, can write into us, and I'll give you our address. You can write into us if you're having an issue. You're not alone. If you don't have family to help, you can write us. I'll get your issue passed down to me from my directors that receive your letter that you mail in, and then I'm on the ground for you. I pick up that request, whatever issue you're having, if you need to get down to medical, if you don't have a jacket, if you got shook down and they took things that are your property, anything. I just need to know your location. I need to know exactly where you're at. You need to tell me down to the pod, the wing, cell number, bunk number, all of that. I need the details, and then I can actively email the warden and get that issue taken care of. After I do reach out to the unit, then we'll send you a letter back letting you know that we did. So go ahead and utilize that, guys. Reach out to us. Send us a letter. You can send us a letter to Texas Prisons Alliance. It's short TPA. Our address is P.O. Box 1563, Pearl Land. That's 1L, one word, Texas, 77588. You have an issue. You need help. Send us a letter. We'd love to help you guys. Also, families out here, if you have had a good experience with Texas Prisons Alliance, we are accepting donations. We do use these donations to help you families. We use this for postage, letters, any type of, any project that we're doing to help your loved ones. That's where those financials go. And we also do have assigned individuals to those roles. So if you are interested in knowing exactly where those donations do go to, you can reach out to us. We are transparent. I also want to encourage all you loved ones that have families out here. If you have a loved one that's an elder, if they're older and they have a hard time with technology, ask them to message me. It's Monika with a K, Shepherd spelled like in the Bible. Find me on Facebook. Send me a message. They don't know how to do anything, and I will help them through it. And then, yeah, I think that's about it. A little bit personal about me. I'm a single mom out here, of course, because my man's locked up. I work 2 jobs. I have a family. My cousin's in a halfway house right now, VOA in Fort Worth. He gets to come home tomorrow for a visit all day, a 12-hour visit. We're looking forward to that. I haven't seen him in, like over 2 years.
Wow.
We've messaged, I've helped him. And so it's just going to be a family day tomorrow. I'm really looking forward to it.
He's going to be lost in sensations.
Yes.
Yeah.
And we're going to cook for him, and he has presents from Christmas waiting on him, and it's going to be a good time.
So what's the plans going forward? You're still going to continue joining groups for us, and what else?
Right. So I have an Excel spreadsheet that I've started for us, David. Every single group that I'm joining, I am adding that information on the spreadsheet so that we can have all the information in one place. The next states that I'm going to, let me get my list pulled up real quick. All right. Last state that I was in is Cali. We know all those fires are going on over there, and the inmates over there in California are in grave danger, so let's pray for them.
Didn't you say you actually got you joined some groups in California?
I did, and they accepted me. Let's go ahead.
That was one of our first letters we got after we went nationwide, is we got a letter from a guy, and he says, "We hear you loud and clear in California."
Awesome. I love that. I love that.
We got a lot of listeners out in Arizona, too. Arizona, Oklahoma, Montana. Just off the top of my head. Lee County. How many people have heard from Lee County lately?
Florida. Lee County, Florida.
That's in like Fort Myers, Florida, I think.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Isn't that weird? I mean, it's just awesome. I mean, it kind of like happened pretty much overnight.
It does. It blows up real quickly. I was hoping that some ladies got on tonight and could comment and everything. We'll get there. We're just bridging the gap. That's what I'm doing. I'm bridging the gap from inside to outside.
And what states are you headed to next?
Next, we're headed to Colorado.
Oh.
And then we do have a pretty good listening group up in Delaware.
Cool. How many people listen in Delaware?
It looks like we've got, if I'm looking at this correctly, David, I might be looking at this wrong because I'm looking at their IDs. Am I looking at it wrong?
Yeah, don't look at the ID. They're actually, if you scroll over to the right, they actually have the number of people that are actually tuned in.
Okay. I'll have to redo my Excel spreadsheet. But I'm just going down state to state. I'm going to see who is our highest listening platforms and focus on those first. And then eventually hit every single one, every single group nationwide. Let's go big.
What's the county where the sheriff makes in Arizona, where the sheriff, they had the tents for a while, and then the guys all had to wear pink boxers?
Maricopa County.
Yeah, I was looking, and they're on the list. So, I mean, that's, I hope you guys don't have to wear pink boxers anymore. Now, I was watching a show one time where they actually painted the walls in the prison pink. They said that it gave a calming effect.
Interesting.
I think it's.
I did see.
No offense against those that are. But anyway, it sounds like they're punking them out, is what they'd say in prison.
Nice, David.
Well, that's prison lingo. The guys are all laughing. They know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
So, anyway, guys, if that's all you got is pink underwear, then wear it proudly. I mean, I don't know. Thank God I've been out a while. But, Monika, we really thank you for everything. You got any other shout-outs or anything you want to say? You got about 2 minutes left.
Oh, shout out to my baby, Matthew Dorsey.
Mm-hmm.
And then shout out to my family over at Texas Prisons Alliance. That's my family over there.
I know
we work hard.
You've got a lot of little shout outs on the Facebook Live feed, so.
Oh.
Yeah.
Thanks.
All right.
Well, yeah, I don't have very much more. I'm just going to keep working, like I said. Any elders needing help, please reach out to me. Thanks so much, you guys, for having me join the prison show as the admin. I'm really having a blast doing this.
Well, we appreciate you a lot. Thanks for coming on tonight.
We do appreciate you very
And
much.
we really do appreciate you.
Thank you, Dani.
All right. Have a
Thank
good
you.
night.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. She really has been doing
She working her finger to the bone, ain't she?
absolutely. When I first signed on to the prison show's Facebook page the other day, I was like, "What the hell?" I'm like, "Okay."
Yeah, I was looking at some stuff that's going on out in Alabama, and I mean and I'm right there in the family group. I mean, I was getting these, I was getting notices, and I'm like, from Alabama, and yep, there she goes. So
Yeah.
I mean, and that's what we got to do. We got to be able to grow, because there's no way that we can reach these guys and get their attention if we don't even know. I mean, I never knew what the Red Onion prison was about. That place is a hellhole. So, and there's a lot more than that all over the state. And then she was sharing with me that there's a lot of states that don't really have groups like we do. And I had to remind her that Texas is one of the biggest prison systems in the world. So that's why we're advocates, are probably so many of us. But we can help them grow. I mean,
Absolutely.
we start planting seeds and getting it going, getting it organized. Because there's still advocates out there, but they're like Cure and different places like that. So
Yes, we definitely have advocates in Texas. And remember Advocacy Day on February 21st.
yeah. And speaking of nationwide,
Yep.
now we have Abe.
Now we have Abe. Hey,
Can you hear
Abe.
Hey, good evening. How are you all?
Doing good. How are you?
Doing okay too. Glad to be warm and got a roof over my head and nobody's shooting at me, so that's doing better than a lot of people.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And glad to be with you all. And thank you for a great show tonight. I'm going to just jump right into it. There's a lot to share, and we've got a special guest in a few minutes also. So I'll just note that 1 week from tonight, we've got the first execution in 2025. It's scheduled in South Carolina. Marion Bowman, another one of those cases where racist attorneys just sort of sold their client down the river. In this case, that's the main argument that Marion Bowman is making, is that he had an unfair prosecution with a defense attorney that was openly racist. And so that's, that litigation is still pending. We're going to see what happens. Then, of course, Steve Nelson on February 5th, and we're going to hear more about that in a few minutes. And then the next night, Demetrius Frazier. I want to talk about Demetrius here for a moment because he's in Alabama. That's going to be, if it happens, and it is likely to happen, the fourth gas suffocation execution in that state and in this country. And the interesting thing about the way, there's two things happening to try to stave off that execution. One is, of course, another challenge on the method of execution, the gas suffocation method of execution. But also, it turns out that Demetrius has life sentences, several life sentences in the state of Michigan, and was serving that time in Michigan when a former Michigan governor got together with the former Alabama governor and decided that by executive order they could transfer him to Alabama so he could be executed. And that is in a significant violation of Michigan's own state constitution, which disallows the use of the death penalty. In fact, Michigan was the first English-speaking territory in the world to abolish its death penalty, which it did by legislation in 1846. That legislation took effect on March 1st, 1847. It came about because it turns out they had executed an innocent person. So Michigan set forth that they're not going to have a death penalty. And Then in 1963, during our constitutional convention, some states have these things where they relook at what shifts need to be made in their state constitution. They added a prohibition to the death penalty in Michigan. And the approach has been to the state of Michigan to please take this guy back. And he's their prisoner first, and they could theoretically demand him to be returned. And unfortunately, Governor Whitmer there has declined to ask for that, and the state attorney general in legal proceedings basically articulated that they don't want him back. And because of that, just this evening, his attorneys basically had to say, we can't continue the litigation if Michigan isn't going to ask for the guy back. And that leaves us what we're doing right now, and I put up a link in the prison show in the chat for this, is a petition that people can sign. We'll be delivering it with Demetrius Frazier's mother on Tuesday to the governor there in Michigan, and we're asking that she basically put up an executive order asking the state of Michigan or telling Michigan authorities to demand Demetrius Frazier back. And we're going to see what happens. But that's kind of that's the interesting and different challenge that is happening with that case. And that opens the door to another extradition issue that has come up because, and now we're going to get into the new president situation. One of the things that has happened is we've now got a president who is gung-ho for the death penalty and wants to do everything he can to get more executions happening across this country, and maybe even to be able to oversee them himself. But in any case, there's a guy named George Hansen who has a death sentence in Oklahoma, and he actually they had an execution date set for him, but under the previous administration, the Bureau of Prisons wouldn't release him and send him back to Oklahoma for execution. So he's been protected. And now, today, there's a news story out that the Attorney General in Oklahoma is asking for the federal government to return him. So that's likely to happen. We're likely to see him get a new execution date, and we'll be watching to see what happens with that. And this sets up a possible battle in the courts as to, who has jurisdiction in these sorts of things, and can a state demand its prisoner back to prevent an execution? We're going to find out. So, and part of it is, and that's our challenge, is creating the pressure on Governor Whitmer in Michigan to stand up and say, you know what, Michigan has this history, and I'm going to stand by it, and we're going to do what we can to try to stop this execution. So that's what's happening there. Let me talk more about the federal death penalty. Two things. One is, of course, we were campaigning, as you know, to get President Biden to finish the job, to commute the remaining death sentences on the federal death row. There were 3 that were left. He did commute 37. We're grateful for that, sort of. We're absolutely grateful that those people won't be executed, but I want to talk about that in a minute. He also left 4 people on the military death row. So these are all 7 cases that could end up being executions under the Trump administration, and we'll see. Some people have posited a theory that those people are not far enough along in their legal processes that they won't be able to be executed in the next 4 years during Donald Trump's term. And I guess we're going to find out. So we'll be watching that. So unfortunately, Biden left people there to be executed, and that puts us to what happened within an hour of Donald Trump being inaugurated. One of the first executive orders that he signed was an executive order on the death penalty. The misnomer that they used was restoring the federal death penalty. There was no restoring that was necessary. It was already there. And what they did want to do is make it so it's easier. They're making, and not just at the federal level, but across the states. We just heard about this a little bit, that they want to make it so that the federal government guarantees access to drugs that are necessary for executions in states that can't get the drugs. They want to make it so that there's an exploration going to happen now about whether prisoners can be re-prosecuted with the death penalty specification by the states that their crimes were committed in, since they had been commuted from their federal death sentences. I'm not sure if that's even possible. In some cases, it may not be possible legally. In many cases, it's just too late. So much more we could say just about that. One thing that is an awful outcome of the commutations is that in that executive order, President Trump basically demands that the Federal Bureau of Prisons incarcerate those 37 people at the, as he put it, in conditions commensurate with the crimes that they committed. And basically, all of them have been told that they're being moved to the federal supermax in Colorado. It's an awful prison, awful conditions, much greater restrictions, sensory deprivation, no human contact. It's awful, and that's where they're all going. And then, of course, one of the other parts of that executive order was to, and this was, again, another thing that was bluster, unnecessary, and that was to ensure the death penalty for illegal aliens who commit capital crimes. That's already a possible thing, as well as executions for people who murder Border Patrol agents. Again, kill a federal officer, you're going to face the death penalty. They didn't need to name that, but they saw fit to do so. And finally, I want to just talk about some legislation that's going on in Oklahoma. There's another bill, several bills actually, for a moratorium on executions. We'll see where that goes, but that's bipartisan. It's being led by people who say they support the death penalty, but not the way it's working. So we'll see how that goes. In Idaho, there's legislation to make firing squad the primary method of execution. We'll see how that goes. That's likely to pass without a problem. In Ohio, we have another abolition bill, and also a bill, it'll be interesting to see how this goes, that basically will disallow the use of drugs for killing anybody. And that's actually headlined and brought forth by pro-life, anti-abortion type pro-life people. But they've agreed that it should also apply to not having using legitimate therapeutic drugs for executions. So with that, before I bring on our guest, Reverend Dr. Jeff Hood, to talk a bit more about Stephen Nelson, who is next up for execution in Texas, and Jeff is working with him and his wife. I just want to give a quick shout out to Melissa Lucio. Don't know why you're still in prison, but we're waiting for you to come home, and we know you will. Shout out to Rodney Reed. Shout out to Richard, what's his name, Richard Tabler, David Wood, and Moises Mendoza, who are all on death watch right now. And with that, Reverend Dr. Jeff Hood, please join us and share what's happening with Stephen Nelson.
Thank you, Abe, and thank you to everybody at the Prison Show. Appreciate so much y'all's work through the years, and y'all are real saints down there. I don't know if you'd call yourself saints, but I think y'all are saints in my book. But nevertheless, it's been my pleasure to work with Stephen Nelson as a spiritual advisor. For me, spirituality is so much more than just reading a book or reciting some prayers. I tell people that you can't follow Jesus and be about killing folk, that if you're going to serve people, if you're going to love people, you got to work for both their soul and their body. That the body and the soul are important. That's exactly what I partnered with Stephen Nelson's wife, Noah Dubois, to do. This is a case that's like a lot of cases that come out of Tarrant County there, Fort Worth and wider Tarrant County, it's an over-sentencing and overkill, and no pun intended, but it's a situation in which Stephen participated in a crime that ultimately got out of hand, was not the killer, but was punished as if he was the killer under the law of parties. We are seeing yet another situation in America where someone is up for execution, and it's very possible that they have never killed anyone. And I think it's important for people to understand around the nation. Everybody says they want an eye for an eye, a tooth for a tooth. This is the second execution in which I've worked as a spiritual advisor for someone who, again, it is quite possible that they have never killed anyone. So we're going to continue to fight for Stephen. I hope that he's listening tonight. We love you, Stephen, and I hope Noah's listening. We love Noah. In the next week and a half, as we approach the 5th, we're going to be campaigning. We're going to be fighting. We've had a number of articles this week, Texas Observer, Austin American Statesman. There was an article in Texas Monthly, and we're going to have more articles this week. And we're hoping that somehow, some way, that the hand of God sweeps down and saves the life of Stephen Nelson. So we ask everybody out there to pray, to work, to fight, sign the petition at deathpenaltyaction.com, and we welcome any help that anybody can add. Love all the folks in prison in Texas, and we are praying for an end to prisons, not just an end to executions, but an end to prisons in general.
Yeah, thank you, Jeff. And again, that's the deathpenaltyaction.org. And folks, you can write to us at Death Penalty Action, P.O. Box 89 in Ghent, G-H-E-N-T, New York 12075. That's P.O. Box 89, Ghent, G-H-E-N-T, New York 12075. And I guess we'll see you all in a couple of weeks. So thanks for having us, Dani, and everybody, and, carry on.
Well, thank you, Abe. Now, do you know if you'll be able to be in Texas for any of the upcoming executions?
It is currently, I'm glad you asked that. I know Jeff is already there, or he will be back there again. But we plan to be there outside the prison when Stephen Nelson is executed with the Delaware Bell, and we'll have a whole crew, and we're trying to get more people to be there for that one as well. I know I'll be there for that one. We'll also be outside the prison in Alabama and the prison in South Carolina for that first set of executions. And we encourage people who can to get out to them, I guess. Unless something happens that gets in the way of this execution, we'll see you on the evening of the 5th.
Okay, yeah. Hopefully something happens between now and then.
Yeah, well, there's litigation pending.
Absolutely.
Jeff, anything more?
Yeah, there is litigation pending based on a number of criteria, not the least of which is the very high likelihood that Stephen Nelson did not kill anybody.
Which is very important, right there. That's important right there. Well, thank you, Abe and Jeff. We appreciate you being on this evening, and, hopefully I won't have to see you in a couple weeks.
Amen. That's my usual greeting. I hope I don't have to see you soon.
Absolutely.
Well, very thankful for y'all, Dani. I know I said that already, but very thankful for y'all's work.
Well, thank you, Jeff, and we're thankful that people like you are out there and doing everything you can to help these men and women in prison.
Thank you.
So, David, great job, and thank you all, and thanks everybody that's working on the show. And don't forget, support the station, too.
Thanks. We appreciate you.
Take care.
Bye-bye. All right.
You got about 3 minutes if you got some news you can use.
Well, let me say this before we get into any of that. TDC, I'm not sure if you saw it, David, has broken ground on a new training facility. Did you see that in Huntsville?
Yeah, I saw that. I don't know how they justify that without doing all the rest of the work they need to be doing, but that's their business.
They don't. This huge training facility to obviously.
But yet they don't have the money to put air conditioning in the other prison.
Well, yet they don't have staff to. We heard through this week. I know Joy and I and Linda heard countless times through this week that they did not have staff. Now, granted, we know that there was a weather incident. We get that. But it's like that with us all the time. We don't have staff. We do not have staff. So something's got to give there. If you don't have staff, you got to ask yourself, why don't you have staff? Well, maybe one reason is because it's not air conditioned during the summertime months. Who wants to work in that? I mean, it's disgusting, having to work. And they're having to work 12, 16 hours. Some shifts are 28 hours. I heard about some Styles officers working 28-hour shifts. How can you even be, how can that be secure right there? 28 hours. Anyway, I had to mention that thing with the new I think it's $7 billion or was it million? Maybe I'm thinking outside, thinking about a lot of money there. But it was like $7 million. It's going to be built in Huntsville, 80 beds, up-to-date shower. Anyway, I'm not going to go on. I was just reading about it today, and I just found it fascinating. And for all of y'all wondering out there about the deputy director's job, because as we all know, Bobby Lumpkin got promoted. So people are going up. Daniel Dickerson, who used to be the warden at several of the prisons, was the warden at Pulaski, was instrumental in implementing the faith-based area of death row. He was promoted to Region 1 director, and now he's been promoted to deputy director. So, congratulations. And Townsend, I forgot his first name because I'm not familiar with him, but he was also promoted from regional director to deputy director. So, there's Miguel Martinez, Daniel Dickerson, and Mr. Townsend. All three of those are now the acting deputy directors who oversee all of TDC. So, and Eric Guerrera was promoted to CID director. So
that's news we can use?
That's some news. Some news you can use, definitely.
Did you see TDCJ After Hours?
No.
They had them guys dancing like Egyptians.
Oh, yeah.
The guys that got the promotion.
I did see that, yeah. So you can put their faces, their heads on fake little bodies, and they did that.
Yeah. Dickerson was...
He was doing, man. It was funny. I went, wait a minute, is that? It is. It is him.
Yeah. I thought that was so funny.
Yeah, that was awesome.
All right, let's take a break and listen to some Texas Joe Bailey.
Awesome.
Which one you want? Does it matter?
It doesn't matter. Pick
All
one.
right, I'll pick it. I guess they don't like Texas Joe Bailey tonight. For some reason, it says an error occurred.
I guess they don't.
All right, let's try this one.
Describe the pain That's the last time I saw you walk through my door. Well, I got scared, called the law, said check car shut down the border. But it all came clear when I got that restraining order. Now I got a 6-string, a heartache, and a bottle. The ingredients to write a #1 hit country song. Yeah, a 6-string, a heartache, and a bottle. Put me right back up on top where I belong. Put me right back up on top where I belong.
You're listening to KPFT Houston. Support for KPFT and the Prison Show is provided by the Cohen Parole Law Team. For almost 40 years, Gary Cohen has helped to represent incarcerated individuals throughout Texas, obtain parole, and fight parole revocations. We protect those who have fallen short of perfection from the wrath of those who believe they have attained it. More information about Gary Cohen and his associates, Alan Bennett and Gene Anthus, can be found on their website at parolelaw.com. You may also contact them at 512-476-6201. So let's talk a little bit, since they haven't heard us. I can't see you, so I'll be talking to the back of your monitor over here.
Yeah, talk to it.
So we've been discussing our music, and so since we went live and we're doing podcasts and it's on YouTube and it's on Facebook, a lot of times we get dinged for copyright music. So we've been trying to put the word out, and I'll continue to put the word out. But if there are some local bands or if you guys know any musicians that want to get their music on the air and it's not copyrighted, or you can give me permission, and that way whenever we do get dinged by Facebook or YouTube or whoever, then I have justification to say, hey, we had direct permission to do this. And then it goes away. But right now, even our opening song, even though we have written permission and the producers and everybody know Facebook's algorithm or whatever, dings us every show for that one song. And I mean, it gets monotonous. And then our Christmas show, every song that I had on there, I had permission to play it, or it was from open source. And right now, every day I get 2 or 3 more. I think they're all scams, but they're all trying to get in on our monetizing of our video. And we don't monetize our video. We're at 501c3. We don't monetize anything. So it's like it's all tied up. And as long as I dispute it, then they don't take anything away from our video. But they're giving all these people an opportunity to listen to what they think is their portion to see if they can get any money out of us. And it's getting old. And so we need some songs that they're not going to do that. And like I played Texas Joe Bailey. He's local here. Last week we played a recovery song that Brittany gave us, and we didn't get dinged for that. So, I mean, there's lots of music out there. And Brittany was telling me that there are some sources where we can actually pay to play music. But right now we don't have any funds. So, I mean, we're all volunteers. So we're trying to do this thing and trying to get the word out. So if you guys know people that play music, and we don't want to play the same genre all the time, it's not fair for you. It's not fair for me. It's not fair for Dani. Dani likes different music than I do, I'm sure. Dee Dee likes different music than I do. And we live in the same house. So, I mean, we need a little bit of everything. So if you guys know anything, help us out. What else was it we were talking about?
Well, just a FYI, damage control. Skylar Dawn gave a great big hello to everyone. She was on our show well, maybe it was
It's been a while ago, but it hadn't been that long ago.
Yeah.
She comes up next.
Yeah.
And we met DJ Chill. He was in the studio just a few minutes ago.
Absolutely,
So
he
that's
was.
pretty cool.
Yeah, it was. You should have seen. Well, I didn't see his face, but I heard the tone when Linda said she was next door neighbors with Kenny Rogers. He was like, "What?"
Yeah. I would have never thought that he was as cowboy as I am. So.
And he is. That was when I told them that a lot of my friends still ask about Urban Cowboy, the music. Or the music, the movie. He was in shock. I was like, well, you remember there was a scene from Urban Cowboy with the Huntsville Rodeo.
Right.
When he used to be here. I
know what we were talking about. We were talking about shout-outs.
Mm-hmm.
Guys, you got to get your loved ones to shout out, and you got to tell your neighbors about our show so that they can get their loved ones to shout out. Some of y'all in Texas are fixing to have the Echo come out, and we've got a good interview that we gave to the Echo. And so we'll be okay here in Texas, and a lot of y'all are going to get it because everybody reads the Echo. But some of y'all in the other states, I mean, we're seeing Arizona pick up, Colorado pick up, California pick up. Somebody asked me today about Oklahoma. I mean, there's a lot of y'all that are listening, but you need to tell all your buddies. Adovo has 900,000 tablets out there somewhere. So I'm not sure we can handle 900,000, but it sure would be nice to get, I don't know, 2,000 or 3,000. I mean, 4,000 or 5,000, 6,000. I mean, more than what we're getting. I mean, if we used to have 30 callers a night, we had to cut the time limit down. And now I tell everybody that they get 2 or 3 minutes and they go for 20 or 30 seconds. So it's great that you're getting some shout-outs, but we need more. We got to have a whole hour full of shout-outs. The show's been built on shout-outs. We're March 20th will be our 45th year. So I really hate to see Ray Hill's dream change, but if we have to grow with the times, we have to grow with the times. What I think we need to do is, like, I just got a shout-out off of Facebook Messenger. So we need to incorporate social media somehow to where we don't just have to have those 6 phone lines. If the shout-outs are only going to be 15, 20, 30 seconds long, then we can take a lot of shout-outs. So there has to be other ways to get them. And some people want us to read the shout-outs. And I know, guys, you let us know. Isn't it better to hear your mom or your wife or somebody give the shout-out than it is to hear me, Dani, or Linda just sit here and read shout-outs all night long? So,
with our sparkling personalities.
I mean, I know whenever I was incarcerated, all the shout-outs, those families became my families. I looked forward to them, and I worried about some of them that didn't shout out. Why didn't, Manuela, why didn't Manuela call in? I didn't get a shout-out from Manuela. We got one last week, but we didn't get one for how many months before that? So we kind of worry about whenever they fall off and they don't call. So y'all call us, 713-526-5738, option number 2. We have open lines. Got 2s right now. Let's take one.
Okay, let's get to Jackie. Hey, Jackie.
Hi, how are you doing?
Doing good. How are you?
I'm hanging in there. Thanks for asking. This message is for Rodney Reed at the Police Unit. Hey, Rodney, it's Kiki. Just calling in to let you know I am thinking of you. I hope you are staying warm and you're doing okay. Me and the kitties are doing fine. And yes, I am keeping them warm. I'm at home just getting ready to go to bed. I went to the gym today, so I'm a little tired. Jeff will be here in the morning. He wants to try my homemade bean soup I made last night. Came out really good. So he'll be coming by here tomorrow. Then I'll probably take a walk since it's been sunny out. I miss you so much, and always know I'm always thinking of you. I love you, Rodney. Have a good night and weekend. I will talk to you soon. Thank you, everyone. Have a great evening. Thank you.
You too, Jackie. Have a great weekend. And let's go to Lydia, because somebody had a birthday. Hey, Lydia.
Hey, Dani. Hey, yes, it was.
Happy birthday.
Thank you. I was still celebrating today. Yeah, my sister took me out for lunch, and then my hubby took me out for dinner, so that was nice.
That is nice. I'm glad you had a good birthday.
I did, and then a bunch of the guys sent me some emails and shout outs, and it was just nice. I had a good birthday. And my son, of course, sent me birthday wishes, cards. It was a good birthday. A big 7-0.
Oh, you definitely don't look 7-0.
Oh, I have the. That's my alarm. Oh, I am 7-0. Yeah.
Yeah, you definitely don't look it.
Well, thank you. Yeah, but I was listening to David, and I have spread the word, about the shout outs to some people that I met there that I didn't know, but I guess I'll text them tomorrow during the day to remind them again that they can call the show on Fridays.
Well, a lot of people think that their loved one can't hear us, and that's the way it was for a long time. But, I mean, we solved that issue. Now everybody, especially in Texas, can hear us. So
okay.
Yeah, even Gloria said it a couple of weeks ago. She says, I forget whose name she was talking about, but he can't hear me. Oh, I know who it was. He was in Pennsylvania, and I said, yeah, he can hear us in Pennsylvania now, and I showed her the list of all the units that can hear us through Adovo.
Wow.
And, yeah, what's the guy's name that's up in Pennsylvania, Dani?
Mumia.
Yeah, Mumia. So they got him up in Pennsylvania right now.
I'll spread the word, too, to some other people that I know that have incarcerated family members. Okay, I'll spread. How about Florida?
Yeah, we were talking to. We got a guy that's writing us out of Fort Myers, Florida, Lee County. Mm-hmm. So yeah, we get out to Florida, California, Arizona, Oklahoma, Illinois, Indiana, South Dakota, North Dakota. I mean 45 states.
I know a few people, but not.
Not that many.
But I will spread not that many. Yeah, but I'll spread the word.
Yeah, well, what gets me, though, is, I mean, like I said, for years, they said, my loved one's in Huntsville. He can't even hear you. And so, I mean, that was sad, and that's why we worked so hard. So.
To get this going, yeah. Okay, well, we have to spread the word, okay. Okay, well, I hope your team wins this weekend. I don't know who you're rooting for. Although I'm not much of a football fan. Yeah. But
I'm sad to say I'm not even sure who's playing this weekend.
I know. I don't watch it that. I know the guys do. I know Bethel watches it. Yeah.
If it's on the TV, anyway, I might watch it, but I'm not going to make an effort.
Yeah. But I just want to give a big shout out to my son and thank him for the birthday wishes, and to all the guys. They sent me birthday wishes and condolences for my bingo. I lost my bingo, my dog.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, 2 days. Yeah, Sunday I lost my dog, and the guys sent me sympathy cards, and yeah, it wasn't good. It wasn't good, but he went quickly and suddenly, and he didn't suffer, so that made it a little bit. It was, but we were still missing him today, and we're going to keep missing him because we loved him. He's part of the family.
Absolutely. Yeah, I'm sorry.
Yes. And he had a birthday on the 23rd, and mine was on the 22nd.
Aw.
Yeah. Yeah, he was up on his birthday. But anyway, a big shout out to all the guys. You know who you are. Keep your head up. And like I said, I hope your team wins. I don't know who you're rooting for, but I hope whoever it is that you're rooting for wins. And I will spread the word so that we can get this going. And I know everybody, it's like David said, like when somebody doesn't call, you say like, well, what happened to this person? Or
yes.
I haven't heard from them. Yeah. And we do care. we do care about others. And I thank Linda and David and Dani and Gloria and everybody that cares for you all and that goes there and gives their time. Pastor Dana, so many people, Sam, Marine, I call him Marine Monk.
Yeah.
I don't yeah, everybody that gives of their time and their love, especially their love to all the guys. And just give them a big shout out. Okay? You guys have a good night. Get some rest. And we'll talk to you next Friday, God willing. Good night, everyone.
Good night. Have a great birthday weekend.
Bye, Lydia.
Thank you. Thank you. Bye, David. Bye. Good night.
Good night. All right. Now we have Carmela. Hey, Carmela.
Hey, good evening. I'm sorry you got cut off for a bit. I'd like to make 2 shout-outs. The first one is to my nephew, Bradley Aiken. He's at the BASO unit. Hi, Bradley. I hope you're doing okay. Hope you're staying warm and dry. We had snow. I don't know if you had snow, but it was, the city basically shut down. So I'm still hunkering down, hopefully until Monday. But I hope you guys stayed warm and dry. I don't know what else to say. Just keep your chin up, keep your head up. And just keep putting one foot in front of the other. And I hope your case progresses quickly. Just stay warm, and I don't know if you get to watch TV, but I don't know if you're into sports. But Ben's team lost. And of course, the Texans are out of the running, so I guess I'll just have to watch it for the fun of it. Anyway, you stay safe, stay warm and dry, and keep doing what you need to be doing. I love you, and I miss you. I hope one of these days I'll get to see you or talk to you in person. Take care. Have a good week. Love you. Good night. My second shout out is for Marcus Mullins at the Eyeball Unit. Hi, Marcus. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're staying warm and dry. We had a lot of snow here. In fact, I opened the freezer, the main refrigerator today, and there were 3 snowballs in there. So I had made the suggestion if the kids wanted to save a snowball. So everybody had fun. Even Daisy and Chloe had fun running around in the snow. I've seen enough snow in my lifetime that I didn't get out and enjoy it, so I enjoyed it from the inside. But I'm too chicken to let Luna out in the snow. So, well, I hope you're doing all right. Hope things are progressing in a positive way for you. You stay warm and safe and know that you're loved and thought about. Have a good weekend. Hopefully I can talk to you next week. Good night. Thank you, Prison Show, for all you do, and I hope everybody was safe during the freeze. And take care and have a good weekend. Good night.
Good night. You have a great weekend, too. All right. Now we have Amanda.
I'm wanting to do a shout out to Garza East unit, to Eduardo Carena, coming from his one and only wife, Amanda. Just letting you know I love you, I miss you, and stop fighting with me already. Love you.
That was cute. That was cute, Amanda. I like that. All right. Now we have Annalisa.
Hello everyone, it's Annalisa. I hope you are doing well. And this is my message for my friend. Hello Isidro. I hope you are doing well. Hope you have had a nice day. Had a beautiful day off yesterday. I went to the British Museum to see an exhibition, and there were some very beautiful objects, and I took pictures, and I'm going to send them to you. It was really nice. All is good. It's a bit cold, a bit rainy as usual, and I look forward to the weekend as usual. And I send you my warmest wishes and big, big hugs. Take care, my friend. Take care, everyone. Bye.
All right. Now we have Janie. Janie on line 1. Hey, Janie.
Hey. This is Janie calling from the Rio Grande Valley. Calling for a shout out for Humberto Garza, Lesky unit. Hello, Mijo. Hope you're doing great. I just left work, and everything is good down here. We had a cold couple days, but the weather is back to normal. And Jason, the latest news is Jason's going to be a dad again. Don't know what yet. And everybody else seems to be doing well. I spoke to Jennifer today, and they're doing well. She's waiting to take her test with the state, so then she can be a nurse practitioner. Been thinking about you. I hope you all didn't get too cold over there, and the weather didn't affect you all too much with the visits and stuff. I know I think your mother's going on Tuesday, maybe. I hope to join her. Hopefully the weather will hold up for us to be able to travel. But everything is good. Charlie is doing okay. I haven't seen much of him, and haven't seen much of anybody because second shift doesn't let you see much socializing. But I love you. Hope to see you soon, and God bless you.
All right. Thank you, Janie.
Thank you, ma'am. Have a blessed night.
You too. All right. Now we have Patty. Patty on line 2. Hi, Patty.
Hey, the shout out. Hi, everybody. It's Patty here from Humberto Garza also. Nigo, I just want to tell you Amanda made it home well. She's right now putting the kids to sleep, trying to. I had to take care of the kids, and having them not go into the room to get into any trouble. But it was something. I hadn't done it in a long time. Everybody's doing good, mijito. Tomorrow we should see everybody at Quince that they're having for Sophie. I believe AJ is coming also, and Jackie and Isabella. So we should be okay, Papacito. We miss you. We love you. Wish you would hear me home, but know that God is good, and those doors will open me home. We love you, and we pray for you, Mijito. Yes, Amanda.
Hey, Primo, I made it over here. There were so many DPSs, man, but I was still hitting 90. I hope you're doing good. I miss you. I plan to go see you soon. We're going to go to the quinceañera tomorrow, so I get to see all the family tomorrow. Hope you're doing good. Love you.
Okay. Thank you for the show, for making this happen. I know Lydia said that it's heard over 50 states now, so everyone who wants to listen, we hope everybody, their loved ones can be reached and they can hear. We love you, Betito. Love you, mijo. And I miss you. Good night.
Good night, Patty.
Thank you, ma'am.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Okay, that was awesome. Doing 90. My kind of girl. All right, Lydia.
Yes, I'm back, Dani. I'm back. Yeah, that was my sister. Yeah. I told them that the show was heard 50 states. I really don't know how many, but
45.
45?
You were close.
Okay, I was close. I was close. But I forgot to wish Moises Mendoza Moy a very happy birthday. Lots of birthday wishes, the best wishes for you, Moy. And that's the reason I called back, just to wish you a happy birthday. And I'm glad I got to hear my sister's call. Yes, we're having a quince tomorrow, so lots of the family's gonna be there. And I forgot to tell you that Tia Rosa's lambs, they got some dogs got into their pen, and she said Eligio was taking care of them this morning, bandaging their wounds up and taking care of them. Tia Rosa didn't know how many dogs there were, but I think all 3 of her lambs were injured this morning. So I'll tell you more tomorrow when I know more about it, when I talk to your tia tomorrow. Okay? Love you, miss you. Be sure you give me a call tomorrow, mijo. Okay? Good night. Good night, everyone.
Good night. All right. Now we have Carol.
This is to my son, Kyle M., a.k.a. Riff Raff. I'm so very proud of you today for graduating from the PEP program. I'm so sorry I could not be there because of health issues, but I am so proud of you. I love you so much. Love, Mom.
Oh, that was so sweet.
This is to my son, Kyle M., a.k.a.
It's so sweet. We almost played it twice.
I know. Quick.
See what? Linda asked me a question. I accidentally hit the mouse.
Yeah, that was funny. That was funny. And in case, so I'm going to have to get in touch with Patty and let her know that she can definitely, there is a contraption you can put in your window, and you can make all these different signs with a hand. It's a hand. And you can, yeah, and you can make different like peace signs, the bird sign, and guess who just bought it? Yes,
Put it in your back window?
I am going to stick it on there.
That's a must-have for Houston, Texas.
Yeah, especially when you're going up 45.
In a 90?
Yeah, doing 90. No, well, then they act like I'm standing still. I'm like, what the hell? So it's when I leave here on Friday nights, I swear they're drag racing on 45, and I'm usually doing around 90.
Yeah, well, I don't understand why I'm doing 90, I'm in the fast lane, and this guy's doing 45, and he just slowly gets on over there in front of me, and I'm like, what the heck?
Get the hell out of my way. And now we have Caitlin, and you know what, Caitlin, I didn't know who you were. Now I do.
This is a shout out for Beto Garza in Plonsky. Hey boo, how are you? I hope that you're in good health, spirits, and that there is a smile on your handsome face. As here, all is good. I went up to Buddy and he is doing great. And I'm back here now with Daytona and she is snuggling in and getting snuggled on the couch. We are due to get a crazy storm later. Yeah, it's meant to be one of the worst that was ever hit Ireland before. So yeah, we wait and see how it comes. But at the moment, like the news and the radios and everybody is saying, yeah, it's going to be pretty crazy. Thank goodness I'm not in work, so I can stay here with Daytona. And Buddy is nice and safe where he is at too. I think it's just going to be more rain. I mean, more wind than rain. I think, yeah, it's just wind and like these crazy gales. I think it's like 80, 90 miles an hour. But we see what happens because sometimes the weather people get that wrong. Other than that, please know that you're my heart, thoughts and prayers, and know that I'm sending you big hugs and kisses. I also want to say a big hi to Eric, Mark, Blaine, Will, Debo, Moy, and Rudy, and hope you all are staying safe. So, good night, sweet dreams, and take care. And to everybody at the Prison Show, a big, big thank you for making this happen.
And you see, I knew I loved that woman. And now I know who she is. She's been one of my friends on Facebook for a while now. I was like, oh my God, you're Caitlin? Yeah. I was like, duh. Now it makes sense. All right, now we have... I do not know how to pronounce that name. Kalyango?
Yeah, that's it.
Okay, Kalyango.
Hello, the Prison Show. My name is Kalyango Ali, and I'm sending my shout out to my brother Franklin Davis and Madame Linda, and to all death row inmates. Much love from Uganda.
The International Prison Show.
Yeah, that was sweet of him. That was sweet.
We actually had a hard time getting it because we used WhatsApp and Messenger, and for whatever reason, it wasn't coming out very loud. So I finally did have you got the thing on your iPhone where you could record your screen?
I don't have an iPhone, remember?
Oh, I'm sorry. So iPhone has a deal, you just push the button and it'll record whatever's on your screen. So I had him just call me, and then I sat in the truck and recorded it.
Yeah, that's friggin' awesome. And he's a really nice guy. I'm so glad he was able to call.
No, he's a heavy equipment operator.
Really? I didn't know that.
Yeah, he's such a gentle guy. I mean, and he sent me pictures, and he's in like an earth mover, big giant thing. I mean, it wasn't really a bulldozer, but the blade was in the middle, but it was huge. I was like, wow. I'd have never thought.
Yeah, well, anyway, it was great that you called. We appreciate you. All right, now we have Muhammad. Hey, Muhammad.
Hey, how y'all doing?
Doing good. How are you?
I'm doing fine. I was always give a shout out to the guys over there on my front.
Well, go ahead. Go ahead with your shout out.
Okay, I'm getting clear.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Shout out to Corey Richie, LeClercq, Piano, Rob McGee, to his loving community over there, especially the Jews, Shaheen, Kevin James. I know y'all ain't heard from you guys either, man. You gotta, nigga, I haven't received any calls, anything. Really don't know how to operate it. Once they started the camera, said, I didn't know what was going on. So I didn't speak to try to find out either. She's been driving crazy sometimes. You got to put it down, then go back to it, then I'll be able to do it. But anyway, man, I'll let y'all, man, I'm all right, man. I hope y'all doing good. But y'all still be shooting some letters. And I'm trying to get that, Monika gonna shut down and set that deal up for the chapter study y'all got there. And I don't even have a chapter out here. I don't see no purpose for it. Still trying to learn how to use the phone. But anyway, man, y'all man, keep your head up. It's a lot, man. Know that, a lot of night bar. Peace out. KPFT, thank y'all for letting me out loud. Some of the friends I left behind.
Well, thank you for calling.
All right, now.
All right, have a good one.
Okay, y'all too.
Bye-bye.
You shot the sofa there?
Hope I caught that in time.
Okay, now we have Melissa.
Good evening, good evening. This is Melissa with Day 41. Hope everyone is having a great week. I just wanted to announce that we're going to be kicking off our first annual prison art competition. We're going to be awarding a first, second, and third place ribbon with a grand prize of a $250 gift card. Day 41, just for those that don't know, is a reentry home that's located outside of Houston. And we're going to be auctioning off our artwork, or your artwork, should I say, to raise funds for our reentry home to expand. We currently have 13 beds, and we're hoping by the end of 2026, 2025, man, I'm messing up tonight. 2025, we're hoping to have an additional 30 beds opened. So, just let you know, we are currently full. We've been full. So if you've been writing letters, guys, we'd love to answer everybody's letter. I wish we could. We just unfortunately are too small to be able to do that. And we're getting about 100 letters a week. So we are full, but we are hoping we are getting your letters. We are putting everybody, on a waiting list right now. But Day 41's home is, for those that don't know, we are all inclusive. So no one is denied due to lack of faith or their inability to pay, or their security level. We accept GPS monitors, accept any crime except for SOs. If you would like to be a part of our fundraiser and submit your artwork with a chance of winning that $250 gift certificate, please mail it no later than April the 1st to Day 41 Center at 925 South Mason Road in Katy, Texas. Our zip is 77450. Again, 925 South Mason Road, Katy, Texas, 77450. Thanks, guys. Y'all stay warm, and know we're praying for you. Have a blessed day. Bye-bye.
I put that on our Facebook page.
Oh, good.
I sent you a copy of it.
And I have jotted it down, the address, so if you would like that address, definitely get with us. And I have neglected to say your address this evening, David. The prison
Oh,
shows,
my word.
I know, the prison show's address is 226 Chipmunk Trail, Shepherd, Texas 77371. And you can definitely mail anything to David, and he will get, anything meaning
Within reason.
Let me
I
clarify.
don't, some of those things that Linda's been telling me she receives, I don't want any of that.
Linda's got it going on, let me tell you.
Maybe Linda likes that kind of stuff, but I don't like that kind of stuff.
Oh, you don't, David?
No.
I've been telling people to mail it to you.
No, I'm not that kind of guy.
Yeah, I'm not. Yep. All right. Now we have Leslie on line 1. Let's get on over to Leslie on line 1. Okay, there we go. Hey, Leslie.
What was that one? Oh, God. Well, hello, Prison Show. How are y'all? Hi, TDCJ. My whole entire body is in pain from this North Dakota Arctic vortex blast.
Mm-hmm.
I will never, ever complain about the cold again, but I love the cold, but I hate the heat. Yeah.
That's where you and I
okay.
differ. We differ on that. I hate the cold. I can't stand the cold. I love the heat.
I hate the heat. Ugh. Fat girls do not like heat, okay?
Wait a minute, I'm a fat girl and I love the heat.
Well, I'm a fat girl and I don't like the heat. Anyways.
I got you both beat, and I don't like the heat.
Oh, okay.
David don't like the heat.
I'm not a fat girl, but I'm a pretty fat guy.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I just woke up, actually, from, all I heard was ding from my instant messages or whatever. So I decided to call. And I think did I miss last week? I don't even know.
Yes, you did.
Yeah, I was tired.
I have it jotted down. Leslie missed. Shouting out.
Yeah, I think we had a letter from Sugar Pom Pom.
Oh, you did?
No. No.
She's so gullible.
I know. She's cute.
Oh, no, I'm not. David, hold up. Hold up. Hold up, Screw. Hold up, Screw. This.
You know, I've never wore gray in my life. You can't call me Screw. I always wear white. You know that's another name for a guard, right?
I had no idea that was the name for a guard.
Yeah.
Like, hold up, Screw, like, what, you know, I guess, never mind. Anyways, it's a figure of speech, okay? So anyways, what was I saying? Damn. Darn. Oh, TDCJ peoples, what's up? I can't wait to come back to Texas, actually. Yeah, hi, Sugar Pom Pom. Hi, KFC. There's no KFC up here in North Dakota. It's colder than a witch's titty. There's snow. I have to take the dogs outside to go pee and poo in the snow. My Maisie does not like it. She does not like her paws getting cold.
I don't blame
her. What else is new? Yeah. I don't know what I'm half asleep. Anyways, I hope everybody's okay. And for, I guess, the Styles unit, I want to say, what's up, Styles unit? Anyways, what was I going to say? Anyways, I'm half asleep. Shoot.
Yeah,
I want to come back to Texas. I am lacking.
No, you need to change that battery in that smoke detector before you come back. It's unacceptable.
Oh, that's when you know girl, look, I'm like 5 foot, and these ceilings are cathedral ceilings, and all you hear is, pink! I don't even hear it now. But now I do.
There it
goes.
Every time I'm on the phone with you, I hear it beep, beep.
And I wonder, like, when I talk to my patients on the phone, I wonder if they can hear it.
Absolutely. Have no doubt.
Yeah. Well, I'm looking out the window right now, and my view is the street, and it's covered in, like, a dusting of snow. But this snow is, like, really, it's different. It's not thick, so it's, like, really light, fluffy snow. And so, yeah, and then underneath that layer of snow, there's ice, and you will slip and fall. Just envision myself walking two dogs, a little itty-bitty dog and a big dog, and I'm walking on the snow, and all of a sudden it turns to ice, and I'm like, oh,
don't.
I didn't say it. I didn't say it. But everything is okay. I cannot wait till I get to Texas, because I need to be in Texas. This is not for me up here. I need vitamin D. I need sunshine in warmer weather. But anyways, I'm just babbling because I'm half asleep. I've had a really long day. my body's sore. And anyways, TDCJ, hey, what's up? Especially everybody on that Styles unit, y'all need to behave yourselves. And for the COs, Leslie will be back, so be prepared.
Yep.
Anyways, I'll be back. Just give me a few. Anyways, it was nice talking to y'all. I'm tired. I have got to go to bed.
Well, I will talk to you this weekend.
Yeah, Dani. That's what you say.
I will, I promise.
All right. Well, tell KFC I said hi, and tell Sugar Pom Pom I said what's up. What it do? Hold it down, P.O.P.
Oh, my God.
Oh, my goodness. All right. Well, I'm going to go night-night.
All right.
Bye, David. Bye, Linda. Bye, Dani.
I think he's already asleep.
Yeah. All right. Now we have Matthew. Hi, Matthew.
Hi, how's it going, y'all?
Going good. How are you?
I'm doing well, thank you. Hey, so I've been listening in, and I'm a big fan of 90.1 in general, and whenever I'm lucky enough, I've heard the prison show a couple times, and just want to say it's awesome what you guys are doing. I got a buddy named Mouse, and Mouse, it's Queenie, buddy, and if you're hearing me out, dude, I hope you can, and keep your head up, bud. We're all thinking about you out here, the old homies from the neighborhood, and maybe Caleb's going to come see you here soon for a little while, hopefully not too long, but I know your kiddo misses you, brother, and if you're hearing me, just know all the homies keep thinking about you, bro, and just keep your head up out there, and we'll see you on homecoming, bro. That's all I can say, really. And again, thanks for the prison show. You guys, what you're doing is awesome. That woman before me was a joy. As far as I'm concerned, out here in Texas, it's also as cold as a witch's titty. So, and I'm gonna let her know. Hey, I'm gonna shout out KFC for you. I'm gonna go get me a snacker box or something tomorrow, and I'll let them know. But again, thanks, y'all. I appreciate y'all what you're doing, and it's really awesome. And just nothing but props to you guys. We appreciate it, and it's nice that we have some sort of vehicle, right, to be able to speak to some of the buddies on the inside. So everybody that's not Mouse, y'all too, keep your head up, and I hope everybody's in good vibrations as best as they can be. So I'll leave it at that.
Well, thank you, Matthew. We appreciate you, and you have a great weekend.
Y'all as well. Appreciate you. Take it easy.
You too. Bye-bye. All right. I think Mike is next.
Hello, this is Mysterious Mike doing his shout-outs for the prison show. Here's my shout-outs. The guys in Texas, Guy Alexander, Jamie Cuppett, Stephen Russell, Stephen McGee. Shout-out for Philip Perez. Shout-out for Jovan, Matt, Thomas, Edward Rees, Adam Wilkerson. Shout-out for Oz. Shout-out for Haas. Tasha wants me to do a shout-out for Payday. Shout-out for Keith Money. Shout-out for Aaron Vasquez. Shout-out for Curtis Robertson. Shout-out for Blaine Milam. Special shout-out for Clarence Lee Bowman. Hopefully you're doing much better. Shout-out for Bill R. Sims. Shout-out for Raymond Lee Cart. Shout-out for Adam Wilkerson. And you can continue to write to Mysterious Mike in care of David Collingsworth. And go Texans, defeat the Chiefs. And I'll be turning 63 tomorrow. I'm going to have a happy birthday. And now back to the prison show, and adios.
Delayed reaction there, Mike.
Didn't they lose?
They lost.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
They lost. Okay, now let's get to Stacy.
Yeah.
This is to my husband, Sporty Black at Wainwright Unit. Hey, baby love, how's the day been with you? You know, it's another bird chilly day here in Virginia. But the good news is the temps are no longer in the single digits or the teens. Yeah, it reached 30 degrees today. Baby, it's just been another one out here missing you on the machine, tapping out the first 21st post and then publishing along with the contactees and the VPTs. I made the VPT into a meme and shared on all the platforms too. The girls are behaving. They've been warm inside all day. Yeah, baby, it's just another usual missing us, baby. Sweet, it's that time. Remain healthy and safe. Stay focused and strong. I trust the static gremlins are at bay tonight for our tuck-in. But otherwise, you can got the player version. You can catch up on it. Baby, I love you. Mwah. Take care, sweetheart. Mwah. Love you.
All right. I'm going to try to do my shout-outs real quick so Linda can get hers in. My friend, my old friend, Ryan Cassie at the Stevenson unit. My old friend. Hey, how you doing? Taylor Parker, big shout out to you. Farron, one of my best friends. Hey, Farron. Robert Solis, Brett. I'm going to be seeing you real soon, Brett. T. And Big Head. Hey, Big Head. Blaine. Philo. Hey, Philo. Daniel Ramirez. Kenneth Decker. Mayo and Rodrigo. Newt. Leroy over at the PAC unit. Joel White at the Memorial unit. And, of course, Jay. Hey, Jay. Jay at the Win unit. One of my very close friends. Midget Titan. Paper Cup at Estelle, CJ at the Styles unit, otherwise known as a KFC. So that's what I got. And Linda, what do you have?
Got a list here. Okay, I need to do a special shout out to Jeremiah Rodriguez at the Federal Correctional Institute in Beaumont, Texas. I hope you're having a great night. We're actually coming to Beaumont Sunday, so we're going to the Styles unit. I don't think I don't know if you're near the Styles or not, but anyway.
They're right there.
They're right there? Oh, wow. Okay, well, anyway, and I want to say hello to Tyler Adams and let you know that Dani and I do not have accents. But we got your letter.
Excuse me, accent?
And we don't have accents. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe we sound like Country Hicks. I don't know, but
yeah, all them Yankees up there are laughing at us.
They are.
Yeah.
They just came from Monticello, Utah.
Well, but he was from Texas, and he said it was nice to hear the accents. I mean, he misses home, and we bring home to him.
Oh, okay. Then want to say hello to Robert Robertson, Robert Satterfield, Robert Solis, Lucky Ward, Ronald Haskell, Gary Green, Franklin Davis, Micah Brown, Jaime Cole, Blaine Milam, Paul DeVoe, Marcus Drury, Pete Russell, Will Spear, Kerry Allen, Britt Ripkowski, Christopher Turner, Larry Hatton, Bill Sims, Iron Thunderhorse, David Wood, Walter Sorto, Gregory Allen at the Dieball Unit, Curtis Robertson, Midget Titan, Paper Cup, Sugar Pom Pom, Corey N.O., and William Owen Sr. Y'all have a great week, guys. We'll be back next week.
All right. And what do you have, David? Do you have a shout-out?
Man, I want to shout out to everybody. I got a bunch of letters for Carrie, and it's really cool. Yeah. And I talked to Carrie yesterday. Yeah, it was yesterday, because yesterday was when Adobo asked me about that. They're really afraid that TDCJ is going to say no to that movie. And I'm not sure why. It's a documentary, so it's already educational just to watch the movie. But by putting all the reflections and things in there, it'll be all right. But, we're getting a lot of letters, and especially Carrie. Right now I keep thinking about Carrie because I got like 5 letters right here in front of me. Russell J., Antonio De La Paz Jr., Heriberto Fuentes, Travis Fletcher. Travis gets around. Travis contacted Gloria, too. and I got one for Abe, and then Jacob Bright. So, look, guys, keep writing us, keep letting us know what's going on, keep letting your families know that they can do shout-outs. I got an email today from somebody who wanted us to help somebody that's on death row in another state, and asked me if I'd read his about his case. And I'm going to be honest with you guys, and I'm sure the ladies can agree with me. You know what? We advocate for you. We don't care about your case. What you did is what you did. Your crime is do your time. If you're on death row, we don't believe in the death penalty. It doesn't make any sense. You don't take a kid who stole from you and steal from them. If they bite you, do you bite your kid back, or do you? I mean, why do you kill somebody that killed somebody? Man, it don't make any sense to us, or at least to me. I'm talking in the first person. Yeah.
None of us here.
None of us believe in that. So I really didn't want to read the case. I think it's more beneficial for us to advocate for you or give your loved ones a platform to make shout-outs. And I'm going to get back up on my soapbox about the shout-outs. We had some pretty good shout-outs tonight. I mean, we made it to the end of the show, and that's really good. And we had more recorded calls. And look, all week long, we're going to take recorded calls. So you can't say, oh, I forgot come Friday. Look, sometime this week, you guys log on to the Prison Show Facebook page and go over to the message button and hit the message, and down at the bottom of that is a microphone. Just hit the microphone and then start talking. Tell your loved one what you think. Tell your loved one if you're going to come visit or not. You get 2 or 3 minutes. Melissa couldn't figure it out at Christmas time, and she left 2.5, 3 minutes right there telling you all about that art contest. So it's really pretty easy by doing it that way. If you're really tech savvy and you want to do a voice recording on your phone, or you do a video, that's fine too, because the video ends up becoming an MP4, which plays just fine. Send me that. But you can send it to david@theprisionshow.net. For Christmas, I gave out my phone number, and it was really difficult at work because I'd be trying to do stuff and my phone would be going off. So let's not use my phone number. If you need to call me, I got it out there on the theprisionshow.net. You need to call me for something important, that's fine, you call me. Need some advice, need some prayer, whatever you need. Need to contact one of us, I'll pass the message along, that's fine, call me. But that number's not for shout-outs. Y'all do it on the Facebook Messenger, you can do it on my own Messenger, or you can send me an email, and that's great too. But let's get the shout-out numbers back up, because we're everywhere, so there's no reason why somebody from Florida can't send us a shout-out, and then we play it on the show. So, right, Dani? You asleep over there?
No, I'm not asleep.
Yeah.
I am very much here.
It's about time to get off the air, but I would like to do one quick shout-out. And I'm not sure of I've read a lot of different things, but I want to tell Jeremy Busby to hang in there. You know, I've been reading a lot of stuff about Jeremy lately, and I remember Allie came on. And, TDC, I don't get it, but you keep shuffling this guy around and you keep taking stuff away from him. And I've seen a lot of guys down there that could be writ writers, and they can be a real pain in the butt and all that other stuff. I don't even know Jeremy. But y'all, get up off of it. Give him a break. Give the man his property back. Stop shifting him around all over the place, and then you got to start all over, and then as soon as he gets started all over, then you shift him around again and take all the stuff away. I mean, that's not right. If you're going to shift the man, let his stuff go on truck mail, whatever, how you do it these days. The guy's got a right to do his time. If we do our crime, we got to do our time. Stop picking on folks. Anything else? You ready to go out? You think it's going to do it this week, or are we going to blow it up?
We're going to blow it up.
Oh, come on.
Before we blow it up, let me say, have a great weekend.
Yeah, y'all have a great weekend. Thanks for tuning in. Yeah, it's going to blow up. I don't know why it's not playing. It don't make no sense. There it goes. Hey!
Daddy, I'm coming to see you at visiting hours next week. Mama ain't been doing Plonsky. Bonjour, me more. In my dreams I can see your freedom. I will hold you once more. The man with no visitors, no money on the books.